and welcome back. I am Nyla and this is your Pilates glutes practice today. So something to get you feeling your abductors, your hip extensors, so hamstrings, glutes, glute med, min, max, hopefully all of the above. So we're gonna get started here today on our backs. So come on down to your back body. Coming to land with your knees about hip width apart and your ankles in line with your knees, heels in line with your knees and arms down alongside you. So setting up for a little bridge position. Just starting by taking a full breath into your rib cage, settling in, and then exhale. Find your pursed lips, feeling your core muscles wrap around you. And then one more breath like that before we get started. Full inhale. And an exhale, hug all your ribs together. Feel that lift from the pelvic floor. And then without further ado, as you take your next exhale, we're just going to tip the hips towards us and start to curl your tailbone under, peeling your spine up one vertebra at a time. Here, see if you can feel your glutes switch on. Take a full inhale. Imagine shining your knees away from you and then exhale as you melt each vertebra down to the ground one at a time. Trying to stay nice and even through the body as you do that. And then once you land your bum all the way down, same thing again. Curl the tailbone under. Think of scooping and rolling up. One bone at a time, connecting the ribs and hips at the top. Glutes and hamstrings working. And then again, melt yourself down all the way. One last time, we'll do that roll, that articulation. Working your way up to land on your shoulders, taking that full breath in. And then again, melting your way down until you land all the way to the earth. We're gonna do kind of same but different here. This time we're just gonna lift our hips straight up. So it's just a lift of the hips without curling the spine as much. So you lift, and then hold here, breathe in, and then exhale, lower. And again, exhale, lift, breathe in, and lower. Next time we come up, we're gonna add a little widening of the knees. So come up, take the knees apart, bring them together, and lower straight down. And again, we lift, widen, together, and lower. Reach, out, in, and down. Core muscles still stay engaged as you do this. And try and keep your hips nice and level and even at the same height as you do this motion. And we're gonna come into another 5 like that here. So already you might be feeling your glutes woken up here and down. We lift, open, close, and lower. For 3 more. Down, exhale, inhale, widen, exhale, close, and lower. One last one. Open, close, and down. Nice work. From here, same again, but different. So we're gonna lift up, hold here, and then from here, see if you can really connect again, gathering the core muscles, the ribs, and just lift your right leg up here. So you're trying to keep both bum cheeks nice and even, and then lower that right foot down. Left leg will lift to about tabletop and lower. So keeping the same position with your spine and your hips as you do this. Glutes are working. You can kind of ground into the opposite heel. And we're going to do another 2 more on each side here. And lift. And lift. Nice work. Hinge your hips. Take your bum down to the ground. Beautiful. And then right away, hug your knees to your chest for a second. Give yourself a rock from side to side. Releasing your low back if you need. Or taking a nice windshield wiper of your knees from side to side for a moment. And then we have one more little bridge variation here. So as and when you're ready again, planting into your heels. One last time, we lift our hips all the way up. And then from here, ground into your left heel. Keep your bum nice and strong. Take your right leg up towards the sky, pointing your toes. Flex your foot, lower your leg down to a little in line with your opposite knee. And then lift up again. and then lower. Now here we're really trying to stay strong through the glutes and hamstrings here and the core muscles to hold you in. And we're going to do 2 more like that on the right. And then you can bend into that knee, take the foot down, and then again, left leg is going to lift right away from here. And then again, lower the leg down, point to lift, flex to lower for 2 more. And last one, flex, point to lift, bend the knee, and lower your foot down. Take your hips towards the earth. Good job. Already feeling a tiny bit of fire in your glutes. If not, you have to repeat that whole thing again so you can start to target them. No, I'm just joking. We've got lots more booty stuff. So from here, we're just going to take a little roll towards our left side. So you can come up towards your left side and you're going to be on your elbow or forearm here. And you can think elbow in line with shoulder. You can really press into the forearm and your palm here. And then just take your knees a little bit further back. So they're going to be a little bit more in line with your bum this time, but just slightly forward so that you can come into a nice kind of side plank position here. So you're lifting the bottom waist up. Same feeling of that lift with the right waist towards the sky. And then from here, keep your heels together. Just lift your right knee up and then lower it back. So we're kind of lifting through the thigh, but trying to initiate from the side back of your right glutes here. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower. So you're holding strong as you do this. And we're not actually coming all the way back to knees together. We're just gonna stop just before that point. And you exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Really, again, trying to feel like you're working from this point, holding nice and strong. Even taking your hand to your glutes here and coming into another 4 like that here. And down. So keep a little bit of resistance. Don't take your knee all the way down. And then last 2. And 1. And then lower your hips down. Give yourself a little breather. And then from here, we're going to come all the way over towards our belly. So you can make your way down towards your tummy, keeping your fingertips in line with your shoulders here. And then once you're here, we're just gonna kind of feel the glutes here by pressing your pubic bone towards the ground so you can feel the glutes turn on. And then take your palms a little bit further forward. Then from here, we're gonna roll our chest forward and up. So you're in this kind of swan position. And you're really feeling the glutes work here. You can take your legs a little bit wider if you need and point them out to the sides of the room. And then from here, we're gonna find a little slow rock. So you're gonna think about rocking, using the glutes. So you're like a rocking horse here. Just feeling your whole body kind of rock forward towards your chest, keeping your glutes on, and then rocking back up again. So we're gonna exhale. Glutes are working so you can rock there. You can even take your hands to a hover, and then we press back up with an inhale. Exhale, lower, inhale to lift. Nice and slow. Keeping the core muscles working. The glutes are gonna be helping you to find that little lift to your abdomen. And then we'll do this another 4 times here. Nice slow rock. Find the glutes and come back up. So legs are long away from you. And the glutes are what's really primarily moving you here through this plane of motion. And then again, last one. Coming all the way up and then releasing your head to the ground, giving your hips a little sway to the earth and taking a nice full breath cycle here. And then we're going to transition up towards our tabletop position. So we're going to be on our hands and knees. And while you're here, just think about keeping your shoulders in line with your wrists and your hips in line with your knees. Said it once, I've said it 1,000 times, and I'll say it again. And so then when you feel like you've got that nice position and you're situated here, we're just going to take our left leg up. And from here, just going to hold it here. So think about pulling all the core muscles in, nice neutral spine. And then from here, we're going to lift towards the sky to start and then lower down. And then you're going to take your leg out to the left and then pull it back in.
We go up and down, out and in. We go press, lower, open and close. Notice there's not much change in my spine here. So your abs still engage and your core muscles are still holding you nice and neutral here, as your glutes also work. And then we go up, down, out and in. Notice I'm keeping a flex through my ankle. You can do the same thing here. So the heel will kind of help you to activate in towards that back line of your low body. Open, close, lift, lower. Your gaze stays forward and down. You can make the movement nice and slow. And then 2 more. Out and in for 1. Lower, out, and then hold it out here. We're going to make circles with your leg. So we're going all the way around, and you might even notice here that your right bum starts to hurt or work as well as you stabilize yourself in this position. And then we're going to reverse the circle. So we're going to go out and in, out, around, and in for your last 2 here. You can use your exhale halfway. Inhale the rest of the way. And then you can press your hips back for a sec. Give your bum a little rest to your heels. And take a little child's pose or shell stretch here. And you can take another full breath cycle in that position. And then as and when we feel ready, we're going to come over towards our right elbow this time. Thinking of keeping shoulder and elbow in line. Palm can really press into the earth. Taking your knees back a little bit. And then thinking of lifting through your glutes and through your waist, lats, obliques to lift up here. And then find that nice side plank position. And then from here again, heels will kind of flex. We lift the top leg up and then lower it down. Lift and lower. So we're going to keep going like that, but again, you're not taking the knees all the way to touch here because you want to kind of feel like there's that little bit of resistance the whole time. So you can really kind of fire into like your glute med and some more of your abductor muscles here as you do this. So we can truly kind of get a rounded out glutes exercise going. And then we're going to do another 4 like that here. Lower, exhale to lift. For 3, and then last 2, and 1, nice. And then you can lower your hips down and give yourself a little break. Come up off your arm for a sec, you can shake it out. Nice work, you guys. And then right away we'll come towards our all fours position again. And once you arrive here, this time our right leg is coming up. We pulse it up towards the sky and then lower it down. Then we take it out to the side and back in. So we go up, down, out and in. Up, down, out and in. And we'll do that another 5 times from this point. Again, keep your neck nice and long here. So you'll keep looking down and forward on your mat. Really think about the glutes here. So think about the side and back of the glutes working. And then your glute max as you press towards the sky for 3 more. And then 2. And then last 1. And hold it out to the side. And then let's find those circles. So keep that flex through your ankle. Circle the leg around in space. Try and shift your weight to center if you notice yourself moving off to the left. And then we're going to reverse the direction from here. So we go out, in, and around for another 3 circles like this. Again, halfway exhale, rest of the way inhale. For your last 1, nice slow big movement. And then taking your knee down, taking your forearms to the earth, giving your booty a little shake from side to side. Beautifully done. And then from here, we're just going to come to find a little seated position again. if you were ever in a seated position. And just take a moment here. See what you can notice through your body. If you feel a little bit of heat built, and see if you can really feel the difference as you sit through these beautiful sit bones of yours. If you can kind of feel like your glutes have woken up a bit. And thank you so much for joining me. I hope to see you or have you again with me virtually soon.